everybody. Welcome to day 2 of our Selling from the Stage challenge. Hello, Ruben and Nancy and Leslie and Kathy and Wanda and Hildy and Veronique. And Sarah's back. Thank goodness. She was my top audience member yesterday. And Sue is here today. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We'll give it 2 or 3 minutes for people to find their way and make sure they get their reminder text and email so that they hop on and join us. But I am so happy to see you back here for day 2 of Stage Selling Success. We are going to be covering today what you say from the stage, what gets people excited, motivated, captivated. How do you write that talk? And yes, I am going to make enough time today so that you actually know how to start crafting your talk. Tomorrow, put it on your calendar. We have one more day tomorrow, same time, 12 Eastern. We're going to talk about the offers you make from stage and how do you make money selling from the stage, because speaking is great, but making money speaking, making an impact, making a difference, and getting clients, that's what really, really makes it all matter. So we'll give it 1 or 2 minutes for people to find their way here. If you're here, I love that all of you said she's going to make me crazy till I get on camera. So I might as well go ahead and get on camera. So don't make me crazier than everybody. So please go ahead and jump on camera. This is a speaking program. This is a visibility program. This is a credibility program. You don't have any of the 3 of those if you're hiding out. I get that a few people may be driving or can't be on, but I just need to see, Ruben. I need to see Vakarin. Am I saying that right? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. What a beautiful name. I need to see Wendy and Debbie. Mickey, I need to see you. I need to see you. Lisa, Roxy, come on. Annie, I need to see you. I need to see you. Amanda, I need to see you. Dr. Cheryl, come on. Let's get on camera. We're about 1 minute away from launching here for day 2 of the Stage Selling Success Bootcamp. In about 1 minute, I'll be doing a little update of what we did yesterday, a little recap, and then we're going to jump into heavy duty content today, all around what do you say from the stage? How do you captivate people? How do you get their attention? How do you get your content through? I say putting the broccoli in the chocolate cake, right? How do you serve chocolate cake, but it's filled with broccoli and people thank you for it? That's what we're focusing on today. So while we're waiting for our last folks to join us, and I know people will slowly but surely find their way here, please go into the chat and tell me what your biggest takeaway from yesterday was. When you all was said and done, when you logged off yesterday, if you were here with us yesterday, what was your biggest takeaway from yesterday? We'll just take a minute or so to do that. And if you're just joining us, hello, you're in the right place for Stage Selling Success Challenge Bootcamp. We're on day 2 and you need to be on camera, because if you want to be a speaker, if you want to make money, if you want to make an impact, if you want to make a difference, I need to see you. You need to see me. That's the only way we make this work. So I'm waiting on Regina, and I'm waiting on Renee, and I'm waiting on Leonard, and I'm waiting on Marlene. I'm waiting on you. When you come to my events, if you're off camera for too long, we ask you to leave. How about that? That is the level of excellence I am expecting from you. The level of excellence I expect from my clients is that you show up. You show up. I understand you might got to go potty for 2 minutes, but Sue Humphrey's on here. She knows what I expect. Only excellence. Camilla was a client of mine. Camilla was a client of mine for a while. She knows what I expect is excellence. That's why they're on camera, because they know how you become successful. Nikki's here. She's on camera because she's afraid not to be on camera. She's one of my clients. So if you just got here, get on camera so we get this party started. People on the camera are making the most money. I can guarantee it every single time. You get on a Zoom, the people who are serious about business, who want to get the most out of it, who want you to see them, you know why? Because you should be here trying to steal the show. I might call on you. You may have an opportunity to get in front of people, right? Get on camera. That's what you do. Okay. So somebody said you are 48 stages away from $1 million. That was their aha from yesterday. If you weren't here yesterday, put that on a Post-it note. You were 48 stages away from making $1 million. Somebody loved the matrix behind me that showed you exactly how to book gigs. 7,000 stages a day. Juliet, I love that. Let me say it again. There are 7,000 speaking gigs every single day that need a speaker to speak at them. So you will never be able to get to all the stages in your lifetime. Somebody else said, I am glad we get to pee. I do let you pee. I do let you pee. Somebody else said, the simple 3-part strategy to start the booking process, what kind of stages you can have. And I'm going to do a short recap here in just a second. So I'm loving that you had so many ahas from yesterday. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you are here for the Stage Selling Success Bootcamp Challenge. We're on day 2 of the challenge. And what am I challenging you to do? I am challenging you to make this simpler. Write this down. Somebody throw it in the chat. The more simple you make this, the more money you will make. The more simple you will make this, the more money you'll make. The moment my business gets into crazy complexities, we challenge ourselves at my company. I have about 15 full-time employees, and we challenge ourselves to say, wow, right? The harder we make this, right? The harder we make this, the harder it will be to make money. So we want to make sure that you simplify this. So simplify your marketing. Do one thing. I got to multiple 6 figures doing one thing, and that was speaking. My business is now a multiple 7-figure business, and it has been a multiple 7-figure business for over a decade now. And 80% of my revenue still comes from speaking. 80% of my revenue still comes from speaking. It's a simplified model. It works in any industry, and it works in any personality style. So that's what we're going to be carrying on today, and we're going to be continuing with is day 2 of training you on using speaking to make a big impact and to make money and get clients. So can you just put in the chat, if you weren't with us yesterday, just put me in the chat if this is your first day joining us today on day 2. Welcome, Kathy. Happy to have you. Nikki and Annie and anybody else. Dr. Cheryl, welcome. And Lonnie and Aaron and Dr. Yimmer and Yolanda and Dr. Joy. We've got so many doctors. Where were the doctors yesterday? The doctors must have all been in a meeting, and they're here today. I love it. Leslie, you are here, and Karen, wonderful. Welcome. If you're just joining us today, let me give you a few pro tips. So we have a Facebook group called the Driven Entrepreneurs Facebook group, and our replays are in there. So you can catch yesterday's replay there. But what I will share with you is a quick little summary of yesterday. So there are 3 places that you want to book speaking gigs from, right? Place number 1 is you want to book stages. And what you see above me here is the matrix to booking stages. You can buy stages. This is where you buy an opportunity or buy a sponsorship so that you can get in front of people who've already collected your people, right? They've already collected your people. So you can book stages, you can buy stages, and then you can build stages. And building stages, what that means is what I'm doing right here. I have worked for a decade to build a database, to build an audience. You can run Facebook ads, lots of different ways that maybe you already are a part of a networking group and you can invite them. So one of the ways that you can build stages, sorry, let me say that again. One of the goals that you want to reach is to build your own stages. Some of you yesterday are joining me for my 3-day Captivate event. Put hell yeah in the chat if you're going to join me for 3 days, because you're going to walk out of those 3 days richer than you came. You're going to walk out of those 3 days knowing how to steal the show. You're going to walk out of those 3 days having a speech and simplifying your marketing. So you have a multiple 6 or 7-figure business, and you are on the track to making a huge impact and making a difference. So that's building your own stage. When I host events, I'm building my own stage. So these are the 3 ways you book a stage. And this is the matrix, right? This is the matrix you use to book yourself on stages. You simply go into Google, you put in your target market, a name, it can be event, meeting, conference, workshop, seminar, and then a location. It can be a literal location, or you could put virtual, or you could put digital, right? And this is how you book yourself for gigs. So I'm going to give everybody just very quickly, because we've got a lot to cover today, really quickly, I'm going to give everybody about 90 seconds to try this matrix, to go to Google and put in these 3 items for yourself. And I'm going to have a few of you share what popped up. And you may have to give 2 or 3 whirls at it. Change the words around. But I want everybody to give it a 90-second go, do 2 or 3 searches, and then tell me, right? Tell me what it is that you find. Share with me exactly. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Just messed my screen up. There we go. Share with me what you find. And then I'll answer a few questions about it as well. And then we're going to dive straight into writing your talk and what you say from the stage. So take about 90 seconds to play with that right now. Okay. Take 90 seconds to play with that. And as you find something, it doesn't have to be perfect right now. Just throw into the chat, like, I found the National Association of medical professionals. I found the Women's Association of Chiropractors. I found, like, just throw into the chat what you find. Okay, great, Sarah. I love it. The Macomb County Chiropractic Association. So let me, as you guys are throwing some in there, let me share a few things. Associations and organizations only have one purpose. The reason they exist is to charge dues, and the only way they can charge dues is to hold meetings. So you want to look for associations. That's a little pro tip. Oh my gosh, look at this. National Association of Realtors, mental and wellness events. That's awesome, Marsha, in Raleigh. Oh my gosh, Marsha, are you from Raleigh? Where's Marsha? Wave your hand at me, Marsha. I want to find you. I want to find you. Where is Marsha? Oh, there you are, Marsha. Are you in Raleigh? Are you a Wolfpack fan? So my son right now is at the basketball stadium because the boys are getting on the bus to leave for Phoenix. So he just got on CBS and ABC News holding a sign that said, I'm skipping school and going to Phoenix. Go Pack, go Pack. I love it. Okay, so Financial Planners Association, Childcare and Preschools, 100 Women Who Care event, the Women in Tech Summer. Look at this, everybody. So this is not, you're not going to put your first Google search in and find 100 perfect speaking gigs. I told you to carve out 2 hours a week. And I showed you back in the day, 14 years ago, how I tracked this on my little sheet, right? Like writing my opportunities down to reach out to people. But what I want you to all see is within 90 seconds, that's what you found. So if you did this twice a week for 60 minutes, you would end up with a list of 50 to 100 places to reach out to, right? Not all of them are going to be perfect, right? Not all of them are going to be perfect. Some you're going to call, they're going to go, no, we don't take speakers, or whatever that looks like. But I want you to get the point. Can I get a big thumbs up in the screen if you're getting this? Like, this is easier than you think, right? Did I say it was no effort? No, because that would be stupid. Everything takes effort, but it's easier than you think. It's easier than you think. I love this. Okay, so let's move on. If you're just joining us, welcome. We were doing a little recap of yesterday, and now we are going to dive into tomorrow. We're going to dive into today. We're not going to dive into tomorrow. And we're going to talk about how you deliver a speech that captivates, right? So before we do that, I just wonder, I asked you what your biggest aha was from yesterday. I also am curious, can you share with me, what is your biggest question that was created? So I gave you a lot of information yesterday. I'm going to give you a lot of information today. Were there some questions created for you that you would love to have answered? Throw that in the chat, because I might be able to weave some of that into my content today and tomorrow. So what questions were created for you? Just give everybody a second to see if we get a few in there. How do I ask the association if I can sell from the stage? Catherine, you always assume you can. Team, can you please mute people? Team, can you please focus on muting people? You always assume you can. Great question. How do I know that the stage I'm on will generate potential? You don't, Martin. You speak everywhere. When I first started speaking, where other 4 women would gather in a restroom, I would deliver a talk. You don't know that, and you practice your talking, and you start to learn what is a good lead and what is a bad lead. And there is no person who can tell you what a good opportunity is and a bad opportunity. If somebody tries to tell you they can tell you, they're lying to you. You go out into your work and into the field, and you start doing it, and you discover that. What am I selling if I don't have a book or a tangible product? I don't know, Renee. That's your business. So if you don't have anything, if you don't know what you're selling, I'd ask, do you have a business? Because to have a, sorry, did not mute my phone. What you're selling is an opportunity. You're selling an opportunity to have a, we'll talk about offers tomorrow. So just to know that we'll talk about offers tomorrow, but you're getting people on the phone with you to then sell your products, programs, and services. How long does my talk need to be? Kathy, it'll be how long they ask you to speak. So I will be telling you in just about 2 minutes exactly how to create your talk. And you can turn that, you can go from a 60-second talk, you heard me correctly, a 60-second talk to a 60-minute talk, right? So I see lots of great questions in here, and hopefully I'm going to cover a lot of those today and tomorrow, but let's jump into what do you say after you book that gig? So if somebody has said, I would love, right? I would love to have you come speak. You go, great, I'll be there Wednesday at noon for your lunch meeting. So when you get there, what do you do? So I'm going to lay out, this is the speaking. I don't like to use the word formula because I don't think there are any formulas for speaking. I would say this is the speaking container. That's what I like to call it. The container, right? This is the speaking container that I've used for 14 years to generate $65 million selling from stage. Nikki is a really good speaker. I told you she's a client. She's on here. This is the exact container that Nikki uses when she goes out and speaks. Julie Brown, this is the container that Julie Brown's speech is inside of, right? So all of my clients, every single client, my clients who do multiple 6 figures from a 60-minute speech, you heard me correctly. My clients, my specialty is teaching people to make multiple 6 and 7 figures in less than 60 minutes from the stage. My clients that do that, this is the framework, the container and the framework that they use. Okay, so I'm going to give it to you to start with, and then we'll talk about it. Inspire, educate, ask, motivate. So if somebody wants to throw that in the chat, you can. Inspire, educate, ask, motivate. Okay? So it's very simple framework. And from this framework, you build out your talk, right? From this framework, you build out the talk. So the good news is I'm doing this pretty much to the T of this over the next 3 days, but because I'm jumping around because it is a challenge, it's not perfect. But when you hear me speak, you will see me hit all of these. So every single day I have started with a whiplash. Now, a whiplash is something that I will spend hours teaching on, hours. And I'm going to spend 2 or 3 minutes today because we've got about 35 to 45 minutes each day, and I've only got 3 days with you, right? But I'll spend hours teaching on a whiplash. What is a whiplash? You grab them by the shirt collar when you first come out because you only have about 7 or 8 seconds to win the room. Write down win the room. Somebody throw that in the chat. Win the room. Remember, many of you, if I ask you, well, let's play this game for a second. I'm going to ask you, what's your purpose? I want you to put it in the chat. If I were to ask you, what is your purpose? What would you put in the chat? If I ask you, what is your purpose? Give you a second to throw it in the chat. What's your purpose? To serve, okay. Connect families, impact, to educate and inspire, to help people network, to inspire nurses, teach, lead, and guide leaders, connect and move hearts, helping women get out of their way, educate and empower. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. You're all wrong. That is not your purpose. For some of you, you put your values up there, and that's fine. That's great. Those are beautiful values. And for some of you, you put your business mission up there. But everybody has the same purpose. And that purpose is to steal the show. Because when you steal the show, everybody around you wins and you get all of those values and those missions move forward. And so you have a very short amount of time when you take the stage to steal the show. And so you have to have a whiplash to do that. What is a great whiplash? Yesterday, if you were here, one of the whiplashes I used several. One of the whiplashes I used was I put the bag over my head. I made you feel something. A whiplash makes you feel something. It makes you feel something. So I can tell you felt one of three ways yesterday. You either got tickled, you thought it was funny, you got triggered because you thought, how long is she going to talk to us about being on camera? Well, if you're a client of mine, I'll talk to you forever about being on camera, because when people come to work with me, I take it very seriously. Don't I, Valerie? Valerie's one of my clients. I take it very seriously. And if you're not on camera, you're not serious. That's just the bottom line, right? With a few exceptions. So some of you, I may have triggered you. Some of you, yeah, Melanie's saying I was heartily amused. Some of you, you thought this woman's getting crazier and crazier. I don't know where this is going. And some of you were like, damn, that's a great idea. She really drove home a point. And some of you may have been annoyed by me. Doesn't matter which one of those you fell into. I made you feel something. Can I get a thumbs up? Does that make sense? You have to make people feel something very quickly, right? I then went into a second whiplash, right? The second whiplash was when I was like, tell me what Tony Robbins does, and tell me what Oprah does, and tell me, and he told me all those things. And then I said, no, that is not what they do. What they do is speak, right? Shake your hand at the camera if that made you think about things a little bit differently. Think about how people run their business, how they make their money, right? That was a second whiplash. A whiplash can be a great statistic. It can be a great quote. It can be a shocking quote. It can be a shocking statistic. I will give you, hold on. I will give you another example. So in my Spotlight program, which I have multiple clients in here in my Spotlight program, we actually write their speeches for them. And I am going to pull up actually a just some random, hold on. Here we go. A couple of random whiplashes. Okay, this is Heidi. Heidi is a client of ours who works in the real estate business. Here's her whiplash. She comes out to the middle of the stage and she says, the amount of time I've spent with couples in their bedroom is concerning. Look, Sarah, three of you. Look, wait, look. Leslie just put her head down. It made you feel something, didn't it, Leslie? We're all like, oh my God, where is this going? Oh my God, what is she saying? It's a one statement, but it makes us feel something. Let me see if I can find one that's a little different, like that goes in a totally different direction for you. Give me I didn't expect to do this, so I didn't have things pulled up. Let's see if I can find one that's, give me a second. I think this is it. Yep, totally different direction. Oh, well, this one isn't. I thought this was a different one, but I'll give you this one as real as well. First line, I want to get naked with you. Yeah, you heard me right. I want to get naked with you. I mean, not naked. I want to get business naked with you. Right? It's like you come out, you have a bold statement, and it really makes people feel something. I was thinking I might have one at my fingertips that is statistical. If you'll give me, everybody okay to give me like 45 more seconds, and let me see if I can find another one. Of course, it's not as easy.
Suzanne Belia.
Yeah, Bixby. I didn't know if you were still on here. Bixby is our speechwriter on our team and one of our creative leads. Bixby, do you have a statistic one there?
Yeah. So Belia Pena.
Yes, that's what I was
Uh,
trying to find because we
yeah.
just did hers. Go ahead.
She walks to the center of the stage and she says 95%. Did you know that a staggering 95% of people who use the services of an immigration attorney win their cases?
That's a staggering statistic. So if she's speaking to a group of immigrants or she's speaking to other attorneys who need to, she goes 95%. A staggering 95% of immigrants who use an immigration attorney win their cases, right? That makes people feel something. They go, holy shit, oh my gosh, right? So thank you so much, Biggs.
You're
So
welcome.
this is an example of some whiplashes. So in that inspire part, you're basically doing three things. You're doing a whiplash, you are establishing the problem. So if you remember yesterday, right after I did the whole Tony Robbins thing, that I said, no, it's speaking, I established the problem. Remember I said, how many of you have not been focusing on speaking as your primary way to get clients, make money, and build your business? And remember the chat was like, me. I established the problem. Does anybody, and you can be totally honest, you can tell me no, has anybody, I saw a few of you share this as your aha, but how many of you, a big part of your aha from yesterday was like, holy hell, I haven't been focusing on speaking, right? Like, yeah, Sarah's saying, like, wow, like speaking is the fastest path to cash, and I haven't been focusing on that. So that was another piece of that, right? That was another piece of that. That was a establishing the problem. So we have a whiplash, and then we make sure we establish the problem in the room. The problem is you want to make more money. The problem is you need more clients. And the problem is you haven't been using speaking, and it's really the only way to get clients and make money. Makes sense, everybody? Give me a thumbs up to the camera, right? So you establish the problem, and then you tease the solution. You tease the solution. So in teasing that solution yesterday, I said, like, there's an easier way to make money. There's a simpler way to make money. It is speaking. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. I didn't go into depth, but I just teased the solution, right? So that is inspire, right? That's inspire. And then you move into educate. Now, I will not spend a lot of time on this today. I do at my events and other places, but the reason I won't spend a lot of time on it is because this is really where you have 3 to 5 points where you educate on the problem and solution. So those 3 to 5 points, take them from problem to solution, right? And that is what you probably are very good at already. This is your content. This is what you teach people on. This is what you train people on. This is what you coach people on, right? That's what all of this looks like, right? So for me, so let me give you an example. If we took all 3 days of this challenge and we crunched it into, instead of doing, 45 minutes, I had like, a couple of hours to do a speech to you all. I have 3 content points that I'm teaching. Yesterday was, where do you speak? Today is, what do you say? And tomorrow is, how do you make money? Does that make sense, everybody? Those are my 3 content pieces. So you can have 5, you can have 3. There's not an absolute science to this, but I will say that I find that 3 works really, really well. And so I tend to always go with 3, unless I'm speaking for over an hour and a half, and then I may have 5 points, right? So that's your content. From your content, you bridge into the offer and the ask. And there are some really, really, really amazing ways that you bridge into the ask. And that is the most complex part of a talk. And it takes the longest to teach, and we do not have time to teach it here. And it's not gonna, you not having this piece isn't going to destroy your talk. It's just a very nuanced scientific way of being a killer speaker. And it just takes more time to teach. And Biggs, as you're writing talks, I would assume, I'm going to put you on the spot here, but I would assume the whiplash and the bridge to offer were the 2 hardest pieces.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the like whiplash and top of inspire, like that section there,
Yeah.
and then bridge to offer, I think is they're look, I think they're the most important and they are the hardest to write for sure.
Yeah. So that is something you kind of have to get into the nitty gritty science of. But what happens when you go from your educate into your offer, you need to have one of two offers. I will teach offer tomorrow. That is what our training is going to be on tomorrow for the challenge. But you need either a free offer or a paid offer. What I will tease today is telling you that my clients who make multiple 6 and 7 figures, the majority of them make their money from making a free offer that they then turn into a client or customer, right? So what pieces need to be in the ask, right? First of all, you need to have buy-in. This is really critical. And this is a part of the bridge that which I'll give you this little nugget of it. If you don't have an audience that has had buy-in, you have a problem because they're not ready to say yes to even a free offer. So you have to make sure the audience is like, yes, I eat too late at night. Yes, I'm sick of having no energy. Yes, I want to change it. Yes, I actually want to feel good about my body. I am all bought in to living healthier and happier and doing something about it now. Great. Now I can offer my weight loss program, right? I need people to be, listen, do you know how many times I've checked in with you just today that you see that you haven't been using speaking and now you understand speaking is the fastest path to cash? I've probably asked you 3 times today, haven't I? Right? 2 or 3 times today. I'm getting a buy-in from you, right, Kathy? Right? I'm looking at you and I'm saying, is this an aha for you? People are saying yes. I'm going, are you sick of doing a million different things and not getting a result from it? I'm getting a yes from you. Do you now see that every person that's the top player in your industry is using the singular strategy of speaking, right? More than anything else. Yes. Oh my God, Catherine's having an aha. I love it. I love it. Right. So that's the bottom line is that this isn't the information that I want to deliver. This isn't the information that I think is important. This is the information that you think is important. Does this make sense, everybody? This is the information that you buy into, because if you don't buy in with, yes, these are my problems, and yes, I want a solution, and yes, I have urgency around it, then none of you have the hope of moving somebody into a free or paid offer. So you have to have buy-in. You have to, again, go back to the problem, show that this is the solution, and have benefits, features, and investment. Don't worry about this too much. I'm going to go over this more tomorrow, but you have to have buy-in. You have to continue to establish the problem, offer the solution, right? Share what the benefits are, and what benefits are what am I going to get out of this program? Benefits are at the end of taking this product, this program, this service, whatever it is, how am I going to be different? And features are how is it delivered? Does it come with a puppy and a unicorn in the mail? Do we get on 3 calls together, right? Do we talk one-on-one? Do I show up in Philadelphia and it's an in-person retreat? It's the features. And then, of course, the investment is key. Now, that's our offer. Now we go into what, while these 2 pieces are really important, and I think they're the hardest to write, the last piece probably creates the most opportunity for you in terms of being successful when speaking. And that is the motivate part. So the motivate has 3 elements to it. It has a bonus, a limiter, and what I call a bow tie, right? A bonus, a limiter, and a bow tie. So what does that mean? What does that look like? So a bonus, right? Well, you know what? I'm going to show you. How about I show you instead? How many of you love examples, samples, and models? How about I do that? So I know some of you were with us yesterday, but not everybody was with us yesterday. So I'm going to take 5 minutes to show you a resource. And inside of this resource, you're actually going to see the motivator piece, right? Inside of this resource. So we were together yesterday. We're together today. We will be together tomorrow. And for me to map out, and I showed this to some of you yesterday, give me 1 second, for me to map out for you your exact 7-figure speaker path, I can't do it in, 45 minutes over 3 days, right? It takes longer than that, but this is what gets you to 7 figures. And it's quite simple, but you have to have all the pieces of it. So I want to share a resource with you. If you weren't here yesterday, this is your first day with us. Tell me if you've had an aha already. Put me in the chat if you've had an aha and this is your first day with us. You weren't here yesterday. This is your first day with us. Share with me if you've had at least one aha. Just put me in the chat or put aha in the chat. Love it, Dr. Joy. So glad. Karen, awesome. Terry, awesome. Nora and Sheila and Lonnie, Sandra, amazing. So you've had at least one aha. I want you to have 100 ahas, and I want you to combine those ahas into your own personal ATM machine. And that's what speaking is for me. Let me be very clear. If I want something in life that I wasn't planning for, and the people in this room who have been clients of mine, they will tell you this, they will shake their head and laugh. If I want something, I go, oh, I'll just go book a speech. I want a trip that I wasn't planning on doing, I go book a speech. I want something for my son that I wasn't thinking about, I just go book a speech. I go, you know what, I've decided to buy another house. I just go book a speech. It's like having a personal ATM machine. And that's what I want for every single one of you. And I want to share with you a resource that will bring this home for you. It will give you more opportunity and it will give you more time with me, and it's going to give you some of the elements that we weren't able to cover here, and some of the elements we have been able to cover. It's going to go in depth. So I'm going to screen share with you, and I want to share with you that opportunity. And I couldn't screen share yesterday, remember everybody? So I've sorted that out. I have a brand new desktop, and it wasn't working. So hang tight. There we go. All right, so I want you all to join me here. The event. I hope you are ready to make more money. Can I get a hell yeah? In this attention-driven world, it's not enough to work hard. You have to get noticed. She gave me the inspiration to get out there and start speaking. I'm combining my decades of experience into a single virtual 3-day event that teaches you the key to being captivating. You have a natural charisma where people want to buy from you and be with you. She is brilliant. It's like a different level of looking at the world. This is about taking risks. There's a real intuition to the way that she teaches. It's almost like she reads your mind. Go out, share stories. I'm grateful because it changed my life. This is a 3-day event, so you can build your platform and never look back. Make more money, can I get a hell yeah? You are here to have fun, can I get a hell yeah? Join us and captivate the event. This is about putting yourself out there. So that is Captivate the Event. And if you did not join us yesterday, you're going to join us today because you are keeping getting aha after aha after aha. If you weren't with us yesterday, I'm inviting you today to join us. Virtual event, April 30th, May 1st, and 2nd. 3 full days. I'm going to blow your mind. I'm going to build your business. You're going to learn to steal the show. You're going to learn to be captivating. It is the premier speaker training event of the year delivered to your home. If you recognize any of these faces, this is the exact strategies that I have taught them to have multiple 6 to multiple 7-figure businesses. And I want the same for you because it is a simple framework. You just need to take that framework and run with it. So you're going to learn to position yourself as the leader in your industry. You can't build a business if nobody knows about you. You're going to use stages to become a powerful personal brand. Stop building your business only one conversation at a time. I'm going to show you how to go faster because you're going to build it with leverage in front of people speaking. You're going to create your signature talk, right? You're going to become the person everybody in your industry quotes. You're going to learn to make sales pitches that fill your programs and sell out your products every time. And don't feel salesy because when you learn to storytell, you never have to sell again. And you're going to build a business that actually scales. Finally, getting the results you want through a fun way of doing it, which is just connecting with people and speaking with them. And Gordon, right? I encouraged her to up her prices by $1,000. The result had been amazing, right? It was over $100,000 profit quarter for her in the last 3 months. Her main source of revenue, speaking, right? It's a $97 ticket, everybody. It is a no-brainer. So if you were not here yesterday, you want to jump on Captivate special offer right now. My team is dropping the link in the chat. And let me tell you why you want to move fast. You want to be first in line. You want to type as fast as you can. You want to grab this $97 ticket. First of all, because it's going to be the best 3 days of your business life. Everything's going to change for you after the end of these 3 days. But second of all, I have a bonus. And I had 47 of them yesterday, and I do not have 47 anymore because we had an enormous amount of people step in and say yes. So I have a limited amount of bonuses today. I actually, Jean Kuhn came to this event about 5-6 years ago. She was making $300 a month. In 18 months, we got her to $10,000 a month. And this year she made $500,000. This is exactly what I want for you. So $97, and I think this is going to say for the first 12, and I actually think it's the first 11. So we have the bonus left of the speaking solution. This was a program that I offered and sold about 5. Can we mute the, make sure everyone's muted, please, team? This was a program I offered and sold 5 years ago for $19.97.
Come on, Jack, Blackjack.
For
Blackjack, come on.
Oh my, I'm trying to mute her, sorry.
Yeah. So this was a program that I offered 5 years ago, and I sold it for $19.97. 500 people paid $19.97 for this. You're going to get it as my gift only for the first 11 of you who step in to Captivate the event for $97. The link is in the chat. It is jump in, go. You do not want to miss this bonus. I know people were already writing in yesterday being like, oh my God, I cannot believe this bonus. And for the next 11 of you, you're going to get that bonus. Everybody can get the ticket for $97, but only the first 11 are going to get the bonus. So it's Captivate the event, April 30th, May 1st, and 2nd. And the first 11 of you are going to get that bonus. So this should be a no-brainer for everybody here. It should be an absolute no-brainer to step in. 9 of those bonuses left now to step in, because if you've gotten one aha from just today, or maybe you're with us yesterday and today, and you were going to wait for today to step in to Captivate the event. If you've had one aha, imagine spending 3 days with me where you get a workbook this full with detailed paint by numbers of how to build your speech, build your business, book gigs, get clients, make money, build out your programs, make your offers. Imagine getting to have Q&A time with me. Imagine getting to be with my coaches and my team, an intimate small pod, so that you're building your talk and you're actually practicing your talk, right? This is an absolute no-brainer. We're down to 7 bonuses, right? So I want you all to jump in. I want you to all jump in. I want you to say yes. And I want those of you who are serious about building your business, because if you're serious about building your business, you're here, you're on camera, you're focused, and you know that this framework is exactly what you need so that you can hit your goals and reach your dreams. And I'll say what I said yesterday. Listen, I know this is going to be the best event you've ever attended. I know that. Bold claim on my part, but I know it. So if at the end of day 1, you are not happy with the event, I'll give you your $97 back and you can keep the bonuses, right? I'll give you your $97 back and you can keep the bonuses. I'm fine with that. 5 bonuses left, everybody. 5 bonuses left. So while some of you are typing really fast, let me also share with you, if you need to use PayPal or Venmo, my team is going to put the link for you to be able, the team is going to put the link for you to be able to email us or call us so that you can use PayPal or Venmo. Or if you're having any challenge whatsoever getting registered, they'll help you with that as well. So there's our email, there's our phone number. If you need to use PayPal, Venmo, we're happy to support you with that. And the bonus is the speaking solution. It is a soup to nuts program that teaches you everything you need to building your talk, to getting gigs, and to turning those talks into a money generating business. It was a program that a few years ago was sold for $19.97, and it is my gift to, let me see if they've updated me. It's my gift to the next 4 of you. 4 of those bonuses left. So jump in and grab that bonus. Okay, while you're grabbing that bonus, what you just saw me do is motivate. That is the end of the talk. You have to have a bonus, you have to have a limiter, and you have to put a bow tie on it. Now, I didn't put a bow tie on the end of my talk because I'm not ending my talk right now. I'm in conversation with you. But at the end of your talk, if this was the end of your talk, you would say at the end of, sorry, everybody, at the end of that talk, you would end up saying, right? Like, so grab that bonus because I want your story to be shared. I want people to be impacted by you. And if you're not out there speaking, people are missing the impact you can have on them. So even if you don't join me at my event, promise me you'll go out and speak because that's how you can change the world. Thank you for having me today, right? I just put a bow tie on it, right? I wrap it all up in a nice little bow and I wrap it up. So that is the essence of the framework of building a talk. You have inspire, you have educate, you have ask, you have motivate, right? Inspire, educate, ask, motivate, right? And it's really that simple. Now, there's details to it, right? Don't get me wrong. There's details to it and nuances. We're going to get deep into those details that captivate the event. But you should be able to walk out of here today. I've got 2 more things I want to share with you today before we wrap up. You should be able to walk out of here today and write a talk now. Write a 15-minute talk, right? Now, what I can share with you here is this is the same formula for 60 seconds because you use this at networking events as it is for 60 minutes, 60 minutes. And if someone is curious, yes, there is, I know there's 1 bonus left. I think there may be 2 bonuses left from what my team's reporting to me because I'm multitasking, also teaching and training you. So if you're still on this call and you're not joining us for Captivate the event, you have to ask yourself, how serious are you about business? How serious are you about helping people? How serious are you about making a difference? How serious are you about making money? Because this is a foolproof, fail-proof way to get clients and make money. I want to handhold you through it. My team wants to handhold you through it. And I want to see you for those 3 days. And I do not offer recordings for those 3 days because we actually build the talk. We actually do the work. You actually practice. My team is coaching you live. This isn't some bullshit event like you've been to before where you're stuck on a Zoom for 3 days and you're just sitting there like this. I'm going to have you jumping in your seat. If you've got bad knees, you're going to blow them out because you are going to be on fire. I am like this for 3 days, except bigger and badder and better and in your face and giving it to you. I'm going to pour into you like nobody's ever poured into you before, but you know how I can't pour into you? If you don't step up, if you don't say yes, if you don't join us for those 3 days, I am telling you, if I have clients in this room, tell them how my 3-day events goes. I haven't asked anybody to say anything. I'm asking them now. They've not prepared anything. They might say she's a real asshole. I don't know what they'll say, but I am telling you, if you come to this 3 days, your business and life will never be the same. And mainly, you will not feel about yourself the same. I want you to get a pen and I want you to write this down. This is the number 1 thing in speaking. Write this down. You cannot teach confidence. You cannot teach confidence. It is not teachable. But you can unlearn embarrassment. And I am going to teach you to unlearn embarrassment. I am going to teach you to steal the show. I am going to teach you that every room you walk into, you are on fire and you are the center of attention. And you know why that is so important? Because you have a talent, you have a gift, you have an it factor. And if you don't get it out in the world, people lose because they can't connect with you. And we're going to change that. And we're going to do it together. So this is the piece for a 60-second or a 60-minute. So let me get a different color here. So if you're doing it for a 60-minute, your educate portion is going to be about 25 to 30 minutes, right? 25 to 30 minutes. Your ask portion is going to be about 15 minutes. Your inspire portion is going to be about 12 to 15 minutes. and your motivate portion is going to be 3 to 5 minutes. If you add these up, they're not going to add up perfectly to 60 minutes. I get that. I know that. I can do math. I'm just giving you a sample and example of how you break this down. And you can use that same analogy. You can use that same framework for a 60-second talk. You can use that same framework for a 60-second talk. We did it! We did it! And I almost got you out at 12:45. It's 12:50. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I almost got you out at 12:50. If somebody joined yesterday, you got the bonus. Somebody's asking, how do I know if I got the bonus? Everybody that joined yesterday got the bonus. You are good. And it's looking like we may be just on the nose for everybody today to get the bonus as well. I think I will change it to a new bonus tomorrow. Team, let's make sure that we change to a new bonus tomorrow. We'll shake it up a little bit. But tomorrow, 12 noon, I'm going to teach you how to make your offers. I'm going to teach you how to craft your free offer and your paid offer. And we're going to go through all of those details. If you know somebody who should be getting this content, invite them tomorrow. Have them show up. Tomorrow's probably the most important day of all 3 of these days. And I'm going to bring it home to you. I'm so excited that I'm going to get to spend 3 days with you, with so many of you at the Captivate event. Yesterday, you got where to speak. Today, you got what to say. Tomorrow, how to make money and what to offer. I love your energy. I love you've been showing up. I love that you are in the chat. This is a virtual event, Evelyn. Please don't show up anywhere except at your house. It is a virtual event. Absolutely. So here's last chance. You know what? I'm going to extend the bonus by 2 in case somebody here wasn't in their house. If you were in the car, if you were not able to get to that, I'm going to extend the bonus by 2, and then that bonus is going away. I'm going to offer something different tomorrow for a few handful of people. So there's the link to join us. I'm going to extend 2 more bonuses of the speaking solution. My program that sold for $2,000, my gift to you. It's going to walk you through, handhold you, everything you need to do to book gigs, write a speech, and use speaking to be your primary vehicle to build a multiple 6 or 7 figure business. So here is the deal. Somebody's saying, I think you're talking about, Julie, is this different from Inspired Speaker Live? If you joined our Inspired Speaker Live event, it is a different event, totally different event. It's 3 days. Inspired Speaker Live is 2 days. Some of the same content, but also a ton more content in our 3-day event. So if you have not joined us yet, I'm going to extend that bonus by 2 more today as we wrap up, and I'm going to see you all tomorrow at 12 noon. I will see you tomorrow, and we're going to learn to make offers. Go out, make it a great day. Hugs and hell yes, everybody.